So this arm fatigue thing with Trey Lance isn't going away. And if you thought Colin Cowherd and Mike Silver are lying about this for clicks, they're not. Go back to late May. Ryan Harris, former NFL player, current analyst, said he continues to hear out of the 49ers that they're concerned about Trey Lance's readiness, and he cited his lack of arm fitness, that his arm gets tired, and they question whether he's going to be able to handle the full practice workload as a starter this upcoming year. Right after Ryan Harris said that, Matt Mayoko and Jennifer Lee Chan went on their podcast and Matt said, quote, a very high-ranking member of the 49ers organization told him the same thing late last season. Now, I don't know who that is. I have some theories. It's probably one of four people. I think I know who my best guess is. I think you probably have a pretty good guess, too. I'm not going to say who my guess is, but it's important to know that Matt Mayoko said this. And he also said, contrary to what Mike Silver said, because Mike Silver's not there and he doesn't know, Mike Silver said that arm fatigue means that certain days Trey Lance throws a lot and can't throw it all the next day. Well, if there were ever a day where Trey Lance couldn't even come out for warmups and couldn't throw it all, that'd be huge news. All the reporters would know that. They could see it with their own eyes. That's never happened. What Mayoko said is that just that Trey Lance's arm gets sore sometimes. And it seems to be due to the way he finishes his throws. He has that kind of violent across his body finish that he kind of, as Mayoko puts it, he lifts his arm at the end. Well, so did Steve Young. Anyways, a lot of torque on his elbow, apparently, and sometimes it gets sore, and the Niners are thinking about maybe instituting a pitch count. They haven't, though, from as far as I can tell. So it's good to know that this is real, but really, it seems to me like kind of small potatoes. And the big story here to me is the fact that a very high-ranking member of the 49ers organization apparently has told this to Ryan Harris, Matt Mayoko, Jennifer Lee Chan, Colin Cowherd, and Mike Silver. And I can't help but notice that Colin Cowherd worked at Fox with John Lynch, and Ryan Harris played on the Broncos in 2007 with John Lynch. So I don't know if Lynch is the source, but there's two connections. Also, I know that Ted Wynn of The Athletic asked a member of the 49ers coaching staff off the record, and he said, quote, I've never heard anything about that a day in my life. So to me, the big takeaway is I don't know who's leaking what and who's saying what, but we know someone, a very high-ranking member of the 49ers, is talking to a lot of people off the record. Why? This organization was supposed to be built on not leaking things. Now, someone is leaking things left and right to very important media people, downplaying very critical of Trey Lance, creating anxiety and worry among the fan base. To what end? How does this benefit the 49ers? Meanwhile, you got a member of the coaching staff saying he's never heard of that a day in his life. So what I can tell you, it seems pretty clear that the 49ers are not in lockstep about what to do at quarterback this late in the process. Also, you got to wonder about the motivation of the person who's talking off the record about Trey Lance's arm fatigue. How does this benefit the team? It doesn't. How does it benefit this person? Well, if there is a pro-Jimmy faction in the organization, maybe it's in their interest to spread anxiety about Trey Lance so that there's some motivation among the fans, the organization, to keep Jimmy around. Is it possible there are people in this organization that don't want Jimmy to go? Because if you trade him, what are you going to get? 6th-round pick, maybe? You really want to cut him? You think people in the organization want... they won a lot with him. Plus, they traded for him. If you cut him, you're admitting defeat on a trade. Do people want to do that in this organization? Is everyone in this organization willing to take a leap of faith with Trey Lance, or are some people getting nervous right at the end? It seems like some people are getting nervous.